Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 4K action figure review on Mattel's DC Multiverse Collect and Connect Lex Luthor wave. I did pick this up at Ross. This is where I got them. This whole wave came out about a year ago, and I didn't swipe up any of them. The only one that I actually really wanted was Vixen, right over there, and I wasn't able to actually find her out in the wild. There's plenty of the Ray and Wonder Woman and Batmans, but for some reason Vixen just never popped up, and first time I happened to see her was at Ross, and I was like, oh sweet. And then Batman was there, Wonder Woman was there, and then Ray I found on clearance somewhere else. So I paid $7 for each of these, aside from the Ray over there, which was only $6. So that was pretty sweet. A big shout out to Chew, he was there with me. We were doing a little action figure gandering around together and everything, and I swooped up on all 4 of these. Lex Luthor is actually one that I really wanted, the Collect and Connect Lex Luthor. But anyway, let's get a look at the packaging for these really quick, because these are the Mattel DC Multiverse figures. You can see Vixen right there. You can see the 4 figures. There's Lex. It says, with the powers of the Tantu Totem, Marie McCabe can take on the abilities of any animal as the superhero Vixen. Very cool hero. And you can see right here, I want to get the light on there. So if you don't understand English, or if you don't understand my English, you can go ahead and read that right there. We have the Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Gotham Gaslight one, and I read some of this book and I just really didn't like it that much. It's kind of like the whole Green Reaper Batman story thing, but The Dark Knight follows the crime tale to Jack the Ripper in the gritty Victorian era. Or Jack the Ripper, what did I say? I said something else. Correct me in the comment section. This one's really beat up right here. The Ray I'm least familiar with. I think I remember reading some books with the Ray in like the Countdown books, I think. But anyway, it says the Ray. Ray Terrell steps into the light and shines bright as a member of Batman's new JLA. Okay, so I could be mistaken, but yeah, I don't know really anything of the Ray, and after reading the bio, I still don't know that much, but I guess he shoots light beams or atomic fire or something like that. And then we have our Rebirth Wonder Woman, and this is says the Amazon princess seeks to discover the secret of her own truth, or her true origin, who deceived her and why. All right, so yep, you can see all the Collect and Connect parts right there. We're not going to get into building it because I already built it, and I just want to get the figures out here and get a look at all 4 of the figures that came in the wave, and then we'll take a closer look at Lex Luthor. So Vixen, she's the one that I was looking forward to the most, and it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, she's a JLA character that I just really wanted, and I just haven't picked. I don't remember there being another version of her at all or anything. I always thought she had a really cool power too. She manifests, any animal, and she basically has their powers and abilities. It's one of those things that's kind of tricky to show off in action figure form, but they did it right here, giving her a little falcon or a little bird, and I like that. So that's neat. So you could see she'll have like a glow of that animal, and then she'll have the powers of that particular animal. So that's cool that we get this. It's been around for quite some time. They've reused this on many figures. I like the sculpt of it. Nice translucent purple right there. So pretty sweet. I like it. And then looking at the head sculpt right here, I do like it. It looks pretty good. A little bit of color variation right there. I wish they didn't go so light with the tan color. I don't know. It just looks a little bit weird. Maybe the darker brown would look a little better mixed in with black hair, because it's like brown and then tan brown. I think it should be black and brown, right? Anyway, nice flesh tone right there though. She does look good. I like the earrings. She has a necklace, nice silver paint. We've seen this body mold sculpted before from Mattel. You can see the wristbands decoed on there. She has wide open hand on the left side, right hand. She's got the fist. And you can see everything decoed on here. And then you can see the stamp right there on the back. When was this mold created? In 2018. Yep. And then you get the Vixen nalgas, looking a little small for a Vixen, I think. And then right here you can see we actually get these sculpted lines in the boots. And she has peg holes right there at the bottom of her feet. And then we have Ray. And Ray. Cool. The figure nobody wanted. Because, oh my god, that clearance packaging is the most damaged one. And this figure I've seen, you know, shelf warm like crazy. So yeah, the Ray. All right, so he's got a cool jacket right there. Nice wrinkles. The hands look pretty good. Doesn't look too bad with the gold. Nice jacket on the back right there. Ray butt. Ray stripes on the thighs, and nice deco right over here. So I do like that. Nice clean paint apps. For his accessories, he does come with interchangeable hands. So you could see that he has the fisted hands right there. Then he has weapon holding hands or something. I don't know what weapon he uses, but he didn't come with one. But he does have an interchangeable head right there. So that's pretty sweet. And he's smiling, so very cool. And I just dropped it. Next up is Wonder Woman, and she comes with some pretty good accessories, man. Not too bad, and good look for the character overall, I think. You do have her folded up lasso of truth right here with a nice bright gold paint, so I do like that. Doesn't look too bad. And then you have the extended one right over here, and this looks pretty cool too. So I love that you get two of them, and you can go ahead and put this on her little hoopy loop holder right there. So that works out pretty well. And she also does come with her sword. So that looks very good. Nice clean red paint with the gold and a little warp. Not too bad of a color for this silver plastic. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. And then looking at the figure itself, it's like I like it, but then I don't mean to, like, please nobody get offended when I say this, but she looks like she's got the downs, right? A little bit. The eyes are a little bit too close together, a little bit squinty-eyed, more squint. I mean, it's just there's just something a little bit off with the face right there. But overall, it's not a bad-looking figure. It's just that face sculpt just really throws me off. She has a nice-looking tiara right there. The hair looks good with the blue over the black. I always like it when they do that, so I think that looks pretty neat. The rest of the costume looks really good. You know, this Rebirth version, kind of like, you know, movie to comicized version right there. She has her gauntlets looking pretty good. And then, yeah, right here, the script piece looks nice. I like that you can see lots of thigh right there on the figure. You get the Wonder Woman nalgas. We showed off the Ray nalgas. Got to show off the Wonder Woman nalgas. And then we have the boots right there. Nice gold paint. And yeah, I mean, so overall, I like how the figure actually looks. It's just the head sculpt just throws me off. Particularly the eyes right there. That just throws me off some. So a little bummed out about that. And then we have the Batman Gotham by Gaslight right here. And let's get him in focus real quick. I just wanted to turn the autofocus back on here. And it does look pretty good. I like the design and everything. I just wasn't really enjoying the book. So figure-wise, I'm kind of down to have a Gotham by Gaslight Batman figure. I actually don't mind. It's just, you know, there's limitations and frustrations over here. So first off, you do have interchangeable hands. So you have a grip hand on this left side. He's holding a little knife. Then you have the open hands right there. So that's cool that you have that. And then he has his belt with all these different little weapons. So you can see he has this tiny little pick knife right there. And you can store that into that belt. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and put that right back in there. Be very careful with these. I feel like I'm likely to lose them. So, and then you get this tiny little one right there. So instead of batarangs, he has all these little tiny ass weapons. And then he does have the larger knife right here, like that. And then I'm trying to show you guys all of them. And then, so it's like tiny, regular. So this is going to be the same as the one all the way. Yeah, so another little tiny one right there, okay. Now, the head sculpt doesn't look bad. I just hate the way the eyes look over here. I mean, come on, dude. It's like those huge pupils sticking out there. Just, like, I would prefer if they're whited out. Oh, great. Now the focus is doing its own weird thing. Yeah. So the pupils, it just sticks out and looks so weird. The eyes are too far apart. He has googly eyes. I like the stitching, though, on the cowl. I think that looks really neat, though. Nobody wanted that red stain right there, but there it is, you know. And the ears look pretty nice, and I like the collar right here. I like the stitching and the wrinkles and all that stuff right there. I like how that came out. And I love this nice touch of tan over the brown. That looks really good on the belt. That looks sick. Nice little silver paint right there for the buckle. So there are cool things about it. I do like having a cloth cape. McFarlane Toys, it would be really nice to see that with McFarlane Toys cloth capes from now on. Nice seams right over here on the side of the legs. Nice wrinkles sculpted in there. And then, you know, the pins are all covered up and everything, so that's neat. And then you get some nice wrinkles on the shoes, and then you get peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and then there's your butt looking a little on the flat side, Batman, huh? Work them glutes, Batman. You gotta run after the bad guys. Can't be, even if it's Jack the Ripper or whatever. All right, now the articulation on these figures. Oh, whoa, we have one more figure to talk about. Oh, my goodness. Then we also have the Collect and Connect Lex Luthor. Looking sick. Now, I wish they kind of went with a little bit more of a metallic blue for this, but I still like this. It's, you know, if I remember right, I don't think I actually read the books, but I think this is supposed to be, you know, like a, you know, Superman Lex Luthor combo thing going on over here. I think he's trying to fill the shoes of Superman. There is a flesh stain right over here, a little glob of paint from the flesh tone on the shoulder, but for the most part, I think this looks awesome. Sorry if I'm overexposed right here, but dude, I think it looks pretty sick. I like the head sculpt. I like how the armor is sculpted. I like the paint on the armor. I like the texturing right there. You can see it on the arms and everything. Fairly clean paint apps aside from that complaint I just gave, you know, with the flesh tone mark right over there. That whole crotch piece looks pretty good. Not looking too bad. Yeah, so I do like it, man. It looks sick. I genuinely wanted this piece. It's just that I really didn't want all the other figures from the wave. And then you can see the back right there, Lex Luthor butt. And then the cape is removable. It does pop off fairly easy. So if you want to glue that in there, I can understand. I guess there's times maybe he doesn't wear the cape, but I think it just looks so much better with the cape on, though. So I think that looks pretty badass. I do like it. The articulation on this guy, let's see. I don't know if I want to go through the articulation segment for all of these figures, especially because we're already 10 minutes in, and probably those of you watching already dipped out. So I'm gonna pass on the articulation segment, I guess, for all of them. But I'm gonna go over Lex Luthor's just for a minute because there's a couple of things here that I do like that I wanted to talk about. So first off, you can get the head to look up very far. That is impressive. So you can get him flying around and everything. So I like that. His head will move down. You can see the neck hinge in there. Then you get side-to-side motion and a tiny bit of head tilting. Shoulders will move outward. These pads right here can move around. They're pliable. So move them down, forward, back, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then no rotation at the elbow, and then the wrist turns side to side only. He crunches forward just a tad, back, like not at all, waist swivel, hips move outward that much. He'll kick forward, he'll kick back that far. There goes the cape. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees that only bend in that far. Ankles move down. They don't move up, and he has like a weird side to side kind of ankle pivot thing. So yeah, Mattel's not really known for doing too good on the ankle pivot, and you can see why right here with this. It's kind of an ankle pivot, but it's all weird. So that's like that on all of these figures where they all have like weird ankle pivot, and it just drives me nuts. Anyway, let's get him set aside right here, and we'll take a look at the size comparisons, measure all these figures out real quick. And then the Ray, he cannot look up, and he crunches forward and back a lot more so, and his ankle pivot's all weird too. So yeah, just going through that just real quick. With Wonder Woman, she can't look up at all, can barely look down. The side to side is all hindered by the hair. Single jointed elbows. She could crunch forward only a little bit, back and forth. No waist swivel, but the diaphragm turns a little bit, so she can't really turn side to side much. Hips move outward very far. I like how they gave her little shorts right there underneath. And then, whoa, she just did a flip, kicks forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees bend in very far, ankles down and up, and weird ankle pivot on her as well. I should probably put them a little farther back if I'm going to be doing comparisons and stuff in just a moment. And then, whoa. Oh, there we go. We have Vixen right here. Same deal. Her head, the articulation is pretty much the same on Vixen as Wonder Woman. And she does have hinges that move up and down for the wrists. Wonder Woman also comes with an extra hand, by the way. She has a fist for her right hand. I forgot to show that off. But she does have that there. And then the Batman by Gaslight could move his head up just a little bit, down, side to side, a little bit of head tilting, shoulders outward, only that far, forward and back, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, rotation at the elbow, wrist turn side to side, hinge up and down. He only crunches forward that much, back more so, waist swivel, hips out, Kicks forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, ankles down, up, and weird ankle pivot. It's actually the least weird ankle pivot out of all of them, though, with that Batman figure. I gotta say, out of all of these, the one I was really not looking forward to, well, aside from the Ray, like Ray's at the bottom of the list for sure, but the one that I really cared one that I just really wasn't expecting to want or care about too much was the Batman, and here it is. I really like the Batman figure. So the Batman may be my favorite one. Then I'm giving it to Vixen. And then, I think the Lex Luthor. The Lex Luthor is my number one. And then the Batman. God, I do like the Batman figure, to be honest with you. So it's between Lex Luthor and Batman, then Vixen, then Wonder Woman, then the Ray. All right, so let's see if I can get some measurements over here. Sorry, I don't have the wide-angle lens. I'd have to stop shooting and wouldn't be able to do it all in one video. But you can see that, they're all at around the 6.5-inch mark, almost 7-inch mark right there with Batman. See, Vixen's at 6.5 inches, Ray's at 6.5, Lex is taller, almost 7 inches right there. So, and then let's just move these guys out of the way just so you can see that Batman and Lex are about the same height. So you got that down already. But I just wanted to bring, okay, you're going to stay down there, Wonder Woman. And then, so here's a DC-UC Batman figure from Wave 1. And here is a Superman figure. Rebirth Superman, I think, next to Lex Luthor. I wanted, god damn, see, that's what happens when you don't give an ankle pivot. They just fall. And then, you can see those two side by side. Looks kind of neat. I want to bust out this Wonder Woman. I put away the Lex Luthor figure. I should have put away the Superman. But I wanted to compare this Wonder Woman with this one so you could see. I think this is New 52 Wonder Woman, so I do like, I like the head sculpt more on this one, but I like the figure overall more so than that one right there. And then I think that, I definitely wanted to bust out the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman right there, so you could definitely see the size difference right over there. So, and then we have to bring out the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this 4K video. I don't know, I like talking about these figures. I like talking about action figures. It's like kind of a thing I really like to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me. I had fun doing it. Stay tuned for another 4K video coming up tomorrow and Thursday, and then I'll have a fully edited video on Friday, Saturday, and probably Sunday as well. And please leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!